Hey Mustangs, Brain Bust, episode 3. So far we've talked about screen fatigue and how exhausting it can be to pour all your energy into one device. We've talked about growth mindset and how important it is to change your mind to something that goes forward and grows. Things like, I'm not good at this yet, but I will be with practice, right? Well, today we're going to talk about your brain cells and the roads that you have in your brain. Miss Preston, I don't have roads in my brain. Yes, you do. You have your brain cells, or your neurons, and they travel all over. And depending on what you do during the day and how good you feel like you are at those things depends on how well worn that road is, how many times you have traveled it. Think of it like a hiking path in a woods or in a forest that's not paved, but so many people have traveled on it that the dirt and the leaves are all pressed down, right? And the trees are kind of to the side. So even though there's no paved path, it's very clear that a lot of people have traveled on it. That's what your neural pathways need to be like in your brain when there's something you want to do. So for example, your walk neural pathway, your walk road, very well traveled, right? When you think, I'm hungry, I want a snack, you tell that to your brain. Your mind tells that to your brain. Your brain tells that to your legs, and then your legs get up off your chair and go to the fridge and get a snack. Your walk road or your walk neural pathway, very well worn. You're good at it. Your neural pathway for football or soccer or dance or art or writing or talking might be very, very strong. Video gaming neural pathways, very strong, right? Your math and ELA neural pathways, those need some practice. They need some traveling. And the way to travel on those roads and the way to make them better and to make it easier for you to travel down those roads is to practice, practice, practice. So your math is hard, your ELA is hard, but one reason, brain-wise, is because that trail hasn't had enough travels. It hasn't had you go down it enough times to make that path so well worn that it's easier for you to walk down. And every skill needs a new road, right? So I know the 3 times tables needs a different road than the 5 times tables, which needs a different road than the long division, which needs a different road than the place value, right? I get that. But the only way to make all of those paths really well worn is to practice it, okay? And while you're practicing it and you're working on making your brain stronger, remember that challenging yourself always makes your brain stronger. Because when you challenge yourself, it's kind of like you're pushing yourself down that road. You're pushing yourself down that trail, which clears the clutter. It clears the trees and it clears the branches out of the way for you to walk right down it. Okay? So give that a shot. Remember that you have roads in your brain that just need some traveling. And the more you travel down them, the clearer they will be and the easier they will be for you. So the more you practice your times tables, the more you practice your long division, the more you practice your fractions when we get to it, it'll all be easier the more you practice, because you are literally building a road, building a trail in your brain. Okay? See you later, Mustangs.